The trenches, where games are won,
Set, go.
where nothing but pure grit and determination are going to prevail. For St. Francis junior defensive end Kevin Bush, this is his territory. But just 4 years ago, things were very different for Bush. As an all-state football player at Homestead High School, the offers should have flown in from Division I colleges, yet none came.
I didn't quite get it done in the classroom. I was never much for the academic side of things, but learned that lesson. I kind of, Coach Wood gave me some opportunities, met some people, and I had the opportunity to walk on at Toledo. The football was good. I think my biggest problem was I wasn't mature enough. I had a buddy that went to IU, and really my heart was set on going down there, but things just didn't work out.
Following his freshman year in 2004, it wasn't the sound of whistles or angry coaches Bush heard. It was the call to serve his country.
A close friend of mine, Jake Lavis, who had joined, I played with at Homestead, and he was my age, and he had joined probably a year prior. And talking with him, I kind of just one day walked in the recruiting office and talked to some guys and pretty much ran with it.
In July 2005, Bush signed not a letter of intent or professional football contract, but a contract to serve in the United States Army. After basic training, he would spend 1 year in Korea and another 14 months in Iraq.
The whole maturity thing that I didn't get at Toledo, I grew up real fast. Being away from home, for an extended period of time, you kind of have to find yourself and learn a lot about yourself and kind of toughen up a little bit. I'm very fortunate to come through all that in one piece.
Although he traded in his football jersey for desert camo, Bush never gave up his dream of once again playing the game he loved. Football helped Bush cope with the constant stress of life on the front lines.
You try to get to a place where, you try to live your day each day and enjoy what you can, where you can find some enjoyment, because, to be there such a long time, it's a battle of the mind, really. So, if anything, that was my whole drive and motivation. I spent a lot of time in the weight room. That was kind of my drive. Whenever we had downtime, I was in there working out, played a lot of basketball, trying to stay in shape and athletic, but definitely was my drive. Obviously, things can go wrong and things like that, but you can't really sit there and harp on that, because, while I live every day stressed out like that, helped me get through a lot of, tough times in those days where you're struggling with things and stuff like that.
After walking on and spending the past 3 years with Indiana, Bush is back in his hometown with St. Francis. The change from team to team is hard. The transition from soldiers to civilian is even harder. But at St. Francis, Bush doesn't bear this burden alone. All he has to do is look at the opposite end of the line.
That was my first goal, was to reach out to him, because you kind of feel like if you're the only guy who's been through it, you kind of feel like you're on an island. So when I heard someone was coming in that had served in the same area that I did, I knew we were going to have a lot in common, and it was going to be a good addition to the team, and it just made me feel more comfortable that I had someone that I could relate with. You kind of live on that edge between life or death, and you kind of learn to appreciate the finer things in life, such as football and your friends and family.
3 years earlier, senior defensive end Anthony Moore was in the same position as Bush. He had just finished serving 2 tours of duty in Iraq with the Marines, when coaches at St. Francis offered the former state champion at Bishop Bluers a tryout.
I hadn't played in 6-7 years, so I had no idea, but I came in and I talked to the coaches, and they decided to give me a shot. So it worked out real well. I think just being part of a uniform program that has structure and has balance helps a lot. And to have somebody that kind of went through the same thing, it always helps to have a buddy. We hang out every once in a while. When the school gets in the swing of things, everybody kind of takes their downtime when they can. But we love the combat movies. We recently shared the experience of Act of Valor. We help each other out through the tough times, and we help each other get assimilated. And I think it's both been almost a therapeutic experience for us. Sometimes when I look down and we end up on the same line out there, and we look down the line, it's almost like being back on the front lines in a way. We're ready to face off with the enemy and just do our best and give our all. It's kind of an adrenaline rush, to tell you the truth. The only thing that's missing is, a weapon and some sand. So it's been really good. It's been really good for me, and I hope it's been the same experience for him.
Together, Moore and Bush bring a new meaning of veteran leadership to the Cougars, and hope together they can lead the team to a different kind of victory. For The Locker Room, I'm Chris Rankel.